And there, Bnada, we try Yama Minsaka or Darteh. He's a legal practitioner. Sunday run, I make a dear actual man for no. The NDC is smart when it comes to politics. Over here from last week, and now I see me. I was last week near the Indian. Not traffic in or Kennedy or in Agyapong. Not Samoa or when you court. You know, they call court and ask them the court. And actually, no, Vice President and so called Kwaku traffic being so shift the court now say and somewhere far by honor akufo quickly. And then this imagine say we have to shift the traffic from Ken. Now no press conference. Becky can body buone ebru buone banche buom say the true state of the nation. Now Amoh eba so the General Secretary of the party already Ketia Benaja. Ono na yenim defo anano ate o party ni nti ono na odo mo nsem no eba beto dwa but I can tell you say nsem a wo ho na ho nkoma na eba bedi yansa kan owura mo Darteh ye begina dwen ewo nea esiye Anas Aremia Anas versus Kennedy ohene Agyapong a civil suit ene nsem efiri mu eba na ye behwe san nsem ne san say rode ne meko enkomodie no the NDC mo anhye da amfa bibi papa bia Sebase Amoh flag bearer, yeah, sure. Okakwe John Dramani Mahama no ba. Odi Bregana for man for bibi papa biamba. Nti sanko no yedi enye ye bi se. Odi ene meko nkomo no Ghana for nim dada. Aban so mfansie ye se ahokyere e wo krom. Aban Agyapong ne senti ekra ne wa IMF ne aye kasai la Côte d'Ivoire fo akọ IMF afi no so ahye omo nkomodi ase e wo Brian Yatra staff level agreement ya Agyapong no afi no so akọ hye omo di ase nti enye news wo wiase ba bia efa wiase se de SIA den no emu ne mom de news pa ne se wotu krom na obi aba se me ba be boa me etuketa ase hye ase sa ono ankasa nso ye kromfo tachi Amoh a ono no krono no omo master's degree eno na ye news e wo town councilor kwaba
ya menua
boko
ya boko ya
okay last time we didn't come on say what to was a kind pages there 65 66 pages
3 times
okay and anyama hold we woman nyina no and specifically more questions bi am pese me bisa ne kan pa Anas Aremia Anas ne lawyers no statement on the Bible no more accuse judge no including the judiciary no and it to the chief justice and one the secretary say Oma Ken influence ama judge na no di asem no ankasa ene to aso edi ye omo say ekoso e wo blind side na je say omo anhu but the judge ne ba no betena say wadi asem na wi afemum no mba beka sa hihye no ya na ehon komo e say say the judge bi di asem na asem me na di me mani ni ehon hihye e say
yo ya medasi edika no ma menchia ya tiefo ene ya hwefo nyina say and then so onyamyamya nyasa akwanya say yemra na ene Ghana for medin komo ya so hwa esemani ayeko because and then me share that and die bia but we are na kwakoda enti be danyam yase enonyam kase ado ne kabia enka no ya asomo abusa mi asemo a ehu hia because sometimes na say bitie Anas the comments ayana or pass ya judgments di buy na ayana mbusa mo say na a practice law no pay na ana say CI 47 na aye rules of court ye use wo your friend say high court no we really pen na sometimes yana aye me wanwa na say rules of court no CI 47 no order 3 HO venue and transfer.
Okay.
A quite fast a transfer a judge from one region to another region, and now from one court to another court. And no crown say already a bet sure say and no own call with an application. The prerogative
of the Chief Justice.
And in that way now, okay, formal petition that could court and him ako bonkro. Yeah, the motion paper, any affidavit, the court said the reason why it's here, and was say you change it and now you transfer a judge or a venue. And until say judge be a DSM, na asɛm a judge ni AD no se bia wani nyi ho na afi se bia judge no obey bias and as a judge no or some interest be the likelihood of biasness e wo mu na se wani nyi ho a if application you write a letter, a petition to the Chief Justice to show cause. You can say to show cause. My reason why here I was a judge, you transfer no free case in the so. And I say I was a venue no crowd when in your home. I was a free beer, not the region, at the bar shanty region. Ube show, ube particularize reasons. Ube show cause a saying here. I was a Chief Justice or your way mouth. And in the wisdom of the Chief Justice through investigation. So who said you can no cry? What you say? Then the Chief Justice will change the venue or will do the transfer. And the Chief Justice has the right. And as a worker called SOA, also on their blind side, that means they were not even ready. Because who got caught as a lawyer and as a party, you have to be vigilant. What you say? The business of the court, and yet for a year and crowbar. And the judges, so as Lord Dennis said, they should not be timorous. And you can so many young crowbar or more who for also we are drew. And the American and say the rules of court actually and say Chief Justice pay, and it may transfer. A case or a judge, our case be so. Depending, say, me a show cause, say judge, there's a likelihood of biasness, and also or pecuniary interest. You say, a be an assembly woman, be an the bush and be woman, almost have biasness, because the judges are supposed to be independent-minded people, because only your empire, only your referee, only the assembly. The first judge or Tiasemi so there's going to be miscarriage of justice, and someone will enter in the whole fine because the bush need be womb, because the damn need be womb. If you are able to explain, to Chief Justice or better now we decide they say, "Nam dia who continue. Let me change the."
And nam dia who can am so mahwehwe hu sampa dia who can ye no kure no
nti machange. That's what a cause so. And the Honorable Agyapong only influence or Chief Justice so. The lawyers only influence or Chief Justice so. Documentation in court, evidence in court. Say, oh, can what say me facts and truth in court and the justice look for. What you say? And your court ne can't say the wheel of justice grinding slowly. Because judge now also saying money because pepe ye here. Adia who mrem and they say obia or you're innocent. Na you're not to jail. Obia a fee be any no. Then I'm saying, yeah, and 70 years and 70 years, young family year, and the evidence need young submissions, judges, lawyers, and they buy, you know. Na judge na koye mistake no ni pa only boni akotum enti ya na judges o me very careful na
as lawyers na ekoba say ora Canada Japan lawyers no e de o masem ko to Chief Justice animo kan say okay ma team asem na say na as lawyers ni kwan bia so me kan say ye de empene so mo be oppose.
Oh, they could have.
Nti say wa anye na o me to aso wa
that means what admit say right.
Okay.
And you say, call to the affair, and no people why, and now castle also more need that hole. Who said 10 BR near the sermons, bro? Who said, or announcement the sermons, Ecoma?
Meba, almost say at the blind side, or more, just a no or more to a man. Would you say, Meba, would you say, a man, Tinda say, judge, no, no, Tisono, I as a son, no, or Sayamba, Naso man, tia, or buy, no. Oma who is a waba na me
yes
musa reason oma mintiasi entina me busa we
yeah your lawyers any him say law your law and equity equity doesn't aid the indolent what I say obi a wada equity when musa dia court awukwe bibia kire say the petition yakok any Chief Justice asasa judge for fraud betrem judge your start aba betrem oto wo de wani kete ni wo musa aba betrem no afodu arms no anka hwe
na obasa
equity will not
eba obasa na the lawyers na ba no on kan kire mo say reason amaba anti amaba ni
oh say waba who say abetrase and now when start here and I transfer for some reason or call tema or so and the lady be by another judge better judge no kura wan commence
okay
case no
okay
say case ba na yi judge be free so a na say a new judge bar, two things about me happen. Either say obe commence the case no in de novo. Obe chance for fresh start. De novo. And now say the more ye nyina so no. Obe hwem na mo adapt.
Okay, mo nyina ma
agiatum say
ya ma nto aso.
Ya abesia no ye nto aso. Two things. And way I call by or no asan ba on the start here or san beto aso or san betra mu no. It wasn't common with me post because Obama say Obama the reason me call my essay. I don't know one cafe. Until I make us say you see whatever that they are saying after the fact.
You see, me baho me person man for te cost system no. And yet different from the cost of fee. If you say me na me di asem no. Na ye bo mama na say transfer me. Ma me bi ba betenam. The mu ya na say masan ba. A rational human being bi abebusa say na papa e di nti no wasan aba. Na me amaba nso meka de nti amasan aba nso e de akire court no nti se ne ono wo fa no di fo wie na obeka se o de o wa kire no influence he ma me san ba e se so man fo tumi ti san sem no ase na se de wo kire no nso ekoyie
oh say oba no hwe se wo hwe reason some de man na onu na oye seize oye judge oye seize with the information from the beginning ye just na banyina onu na onim ni nyina
yeah
until now and now say case is so complex what you say na case no say wo tie judge no kra o kasa no the first
statement
o make you catch say the case na e go say o say the ba if you say o say a mammoth case a case so
because of the two personalities
the personalities involved and we describe what say Anas who is a plaintiff no or no or a seasoned and internationally acclaimed friends journalist and at the same time or a lawyer or popularity publicity or kutani nyina or awards and there can it is a compreko can and same be fan ho enya na wagu Anas arimi yaw animo ase on the other hand no the defendant no so MP
the legislature
or shemra mrashe bedwamni ono so osan ye crusader against anti-corruption in this country. Ono so sense mo okan no say enso no crack no kan ya ono so stain o the word stain efia den aka no eno ye one aspect. Second aspect nature say the issues involved in this particular case no involved no that issue no so important say e was say judge no you careful and then they talk so me so kire say na public interest Ghana for nyina pese omuhu ne e say the honorable akompreko e ka no e no kra na say no kra na the Anas arimi ya so ye hunu say wo ye strabofo a han bofo no ono so e no kra say o ye han bofo ana enti na oti systems oti case na see pa because we say na owiase nyina everybody interested in and therefore ono start here no petition no come CJ ne say wa start no bra na be wiase no na no kranya den enadi enti in all no honorable compreko lot team no you know the dream team no omo na pese pepeye edadi na pepeye edadi dia no frase a onim ensem no mu no ono na wote all the pleadings ya akoso enkroba anasa bo enkroba honorable ken abo and on my trust and the lawyers not trusting on my share the issues 8 what's a court no answer ma
there's another issue and also cause so kroma me person edi honko mo kakra heated argument in court I want the video be him say na very heated but na judge na very calm and Anas no microphone na to atwem say no abo ken na the bufu ye ho na court na nka ho hwe no sa heated argument no a part of court system
part of court system it's because they don't know how they don't know how to try cases so we share sa case be see wo US your friend the case of the century, the O.J. Simpson case. About US so many years ago. No? The trial of the century. So the Johnny Cochran case no. Now dad no epia bontia families no omo kasa kun tokapa mama na owuye no Nicole Simpson na owuye no any papa no John Roman ni papa no omo timi sebi omo didi atem omo kasa against Johnny Cochran ye be you can see exchanges na George Hero catch almost say calm down
one timasi the na mpese omanfo te ase
yes
said the okay sa de na e course no enye foforo e wo ko
what I want to say is normal
na judge ne de say obeka mo down e no nka sem na odi no
there because odi no because emotions
okay until that time I person man for ase pa unim omaya na save say as Ken ko ho no okoye de no apen na judge
there be emotions where let me tell you until now say usia ADR which you have done
cause
you see litigation at the end of litigation, you know, now relationships are breaking down because of the emotions. Yes.
Yeah.
And AD also know you're getting such a way say at the end of it, you know, that relationships are established. Now we'll be also be able to do what term a go who feel court. Who ego was so say I have to win at all costs. And honorable counsel for say no. And some of kind a fair, me justify a fair comment, me justify because I have the fact, I have the proof to show to court to say yes, I have the right to say these things. Okay, and you omo bahwana.
Yeah, who said they have
even though I no cry in the public, I in chambers. So it is part of the game. Now that is almost one day over and over again. So they are car. I say a court system, no, you know, a common law system. And a bassa no, only said the judge not to honor. He's like a referee.
Yeah.
And plaintiff and defendant. Kotoko versus Haas. Okay. Share spectators ni go around the court the gallery spectators no holo yempre has a share we yempre and tokwasi yada referee no why dey sometimes players ni quite me approach the court who say defense lawyers no omo approach
so what na him fie da and nananum di asem asase mo enye because nananum di asem na say ohene ti adwam a obo hu say e fa ne fa no obetimi kura ba twede won ani ba anya ho no wo hwe we no aka akire no aka mo ma asem no de beto ba bi eda pepepe enti that
has got nothing to do with the court process. Now let me tell you. You cast a judicial decision. It been the kutami you find the judgment of the court. And near ma ekomuno. And yes, our emotional fight now, any exchanges now happen with the gallery no and the court no oshe. And then my court no share all the facts involved.
Okay.
We are not the applicable law. Emra I'm gonna make those decisions. No, I share all the evidence. Odibebano or share evidence now. The bebano. No, they compare.
I'm looking at a name who do our fin say a honorable Ken influence no, and not a topic any mubako any judge and assembly where you are no dear man.
Yes,
and I toss be no any heated argument I cause so. In fact, we are not lawyers in the back who are disrespecting. Courtroom ho Emma and then na bufu no buy no so on hwe say be trans na wo no ye lawyer ndo ake kan e opese o kan ediche sa na ma nkete na wo ho no eno na me hwe a ye discuss be o manfo no e be ti ase
and I make sure say sa na ma nkete na o mo kan no enka enkrubo no
okay
ye be say me kire no sa de ajage ne hwe no enye sa na ma na nkete no na ajage ne o hwe and honorable Kens no almost in the buffet no any passion in the case
you see anuntina almost state or almost statement and almost say almost fa kwan bia so on the site no contempt but judge no anyo emia and almost to serve voice no edit two mo se nkrofo be ti ase ase no o kasa na almost kise so on the site no nti judge na animo no awa emia no and no so almost the case apart from so mo kan se kwasi nyanta chine na ba court no na no so ewum
yeah contempt the discretion
of the court.
And that me can have said case na aba out no. Se no mo wasem bi kan nanka wo se wo mo kan wo court be mo ho. Ni se wusu amra be ka kire se wo court kwa na wo the evidence bi ba bring evidence in piecemeal. Don't bring it in piecemeal. But the evidence bi a wo bi a ediba. And say no ma we na e koso nyina no. Na se ko I don't know on one draw the court attention to say the money. Meanwhile and form part of the judicial decision.
Okay.
The court no share the facts na more cano. The court no share emra and assembly be so sipen and precedent. Obesheni nyina not compare. The mo ye nyina the on what you but that's the be na the buy. and that's the day buy a modu, and that's the day buy a fasam no home, and that's the day buy no brofumu or mechanic cogent. So bibia I am a material connectivity to the case. Emuye durua ebeboa court na dwinimu ama enokre no e wasem no mu apie. Eni say e ka say yahu bi pe master say wo court en kan tete no say di asem wie ni kwa na obi di bi mo na e tuchire gu no so omu bose enkrafo bi fra white na ye ni ye bose na de odi fo no na de bu afu tanye ya ntokwatimi esi enti enye bibia bi mada enti say do mo ye no na me ka say do mo ye no ehu hia it's because of the fact that say Yasha woman, as a referee, no one in the year. It happens in real life. Referee, no, and would born no penalty, and a 1 year no see offside, and a ball no your corner, and I say, a bassa, what will lose from the loser? No, upper ways and means to throw dust, smoke screen into the space, into the Ghanaian space. And what's a year, Musanona, you take the opportunity to walk the Ghanaian minds through the air course. Want to say we a lawyer. They are very simple, y'all. Ya court, a first court of instance. Say, first year in the Ashasi, ewo high court, and a high court, a share a near waka, the high court for justification and honorable the buy. Say, the evidence in here, be comment and a fair comment. And then I was justified to say that. Or because I was justified to say those things, but not the onus, no, you find the onus reversal shift. What I say, not a shifty abba honorable. So, and the bastard, you have to prove
the defendant. The
defense also prove. And an honorable day, and then the evidence KO1, evidence KO3, evidence KO4. Evidence KO1 is who watches the watchman. Ghana phone in that way, and when the pursue, and in the pabanya, and that's a rimi yao. Oh, yeah. The modus of operandi, a kind of faso. Selecting in Crawford, a Jessica free will almost a video, unless I was car.
Before I say a private video,
yes, where you were free.
Am I at Tumiati and some no see no Oraquasian Techa become a castle demandis Canada?
Yes,
and Sunday, a video don't say, oh,
yes, because Uncle here now, apart from evidence, who watches the watchman, which I've seen say, this man, Wakunima.
Yeah.
This case was an international dimension.
Yes.
Hafiz bi wom and Mubarak bi and a Baba bi no and no cook airplane or say my bread and I say my bread or say me coffee and me ways and means me father me di my de mayi mo free an ace journalist trusted journalist where santi who watches the watchman indeed and my who news ni pursue now we no and also another video by you find the fake shake.
Yes.
KO3, the fake shaker, your hand will Dubai, and man behave like a shaker. Almost so much I to get to the president.
Yes.
Okay, and on the video, no, Osha, everyone says, she be a changing, and Ghana for the fake shake, and my fake shake, no cry later on, or can say, aye. Now, if I know free, almost free Ghana bar, almost the bags of dollars. Never. And never the fake shake. The word fake is a deception. We are using deception and I only getting information. And I open say, the prosecutor will be so you trap them, you set them up. It's a scheme. And evidence, no. KOA3 ekae. Now KOA4 no and they the damning evidence.
And only the
and no evidence na one determination and say on be set it up on be entrap a Ivorian prime minister and then the president of the Republic
of Ghana.
And no na ehu and honorable was able to adduce say court of law na say the case tortious act a civil no on the balance of probabilities e basa no we produce enough evidence. Well, produce evidence, no, yeah, a mood, no, and that the probability it tells towards you, na kotono, amawanya, sa akwanyano. And unti, yaw, the no almost church, no, almost failure. Number one, almost failure to produce enough evidence to support almost allegations, against Honorable Akomprekun Agyapong. And the lackadaisical attitude say. The court, you change, you transfer judge at the number, lawyer, otiho, all the court processes, all the court rules. Once already now before the court of law, before the public to oppose. Say, now I want to know SY is in Tia, Papa Yaba. Why, what for do arms? What my case not traveler? I could see, say,
and yes, our clients, no crowns or Onimura is a lawyer.
Motiho, with the team coy, or a complex and Marshall team, back with evidence, relevant evidence to expose you. Now, the man then say, oh, see here, already judgments now, and no kind of many Agyapong. Judging share the evidence. Any niema akoswo yanka ye pese ye tu obeye nanka abanwe anima guase. Okay, question judge ni busa no say the rating agencies say ewo wiase omu rate Ghana for journalism. They have not been fair to Ghana. Because omo question omo ekwanya anas arimiya akra of faso edi selected the victims. Let me call them victims and the target group of faso they select omo. Number two, or say, the president of Ghana, and the prime minister of Ivory Coast. The president of Ghana is the head of state, the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. What Ghana is a sovereign. And the president of Ghana must be an example for you to follow. Now, on see the other analysis how because every journalist be as a president in BB and now government official be BB. Let's say officer do any enya now approval ultimately taking on the back court. What you say? And for Anas, no, they're not occur any right, but for him to say if I say entrap woman means say na Anas no or build this political power around himself and year and president Ghana for 7 December ako salai ako twaba no amanya 50 plus 1 50 and above no more no nanka ono the machinations ni scheme abema animguase amapa atu omaino.
And page 60 and 61 of the document I crown.
Yes.
Say and a court on the
yes, sir.
It was a scheme for grabbing power by the back door and satisfying plaintiffs, that is Anas, insatiable taste for power, publicity, fame, awards, and rewards. Since the president is an embodiment of the soul of the nation, any unwarranted plot out of nothing to entrap him, to destroy his reputation and undermine his authority is reproachable. The attacks on Kennedy Agyapong, on Anas, on that grounds deserves commendation and not condemnation.
I agree with this ruling of the court. I will say this ruling, no, yeah. Or see, in all honesty, the plot by Anas and his group, or show exhibit KOA, planning to bring the president down, rotation, has nothing to do with journalism. And now, or did you kind of na a scheme, na a concoline, na a quambia, Anas and the person of Faso, na or the building power for himself. As a matter of fact, na Anas was building a hegemony, building a big power in this country.
No, build a
yes, among himself.
Yeah.
And then he was saying, no, a offer concoline, so offer it was a back door. Say, or no, because of baby, insatiable taste for power.
I don't know, my friend said concolai or far back door.
Back door, concolai, or what in the US offered the sucker punch. There's only the part of their ball, sucker punch. And Zuba Nelson is very good at it. But the bar will give now with that form. And no offer the back door. Oh, now we see the words I will use you now. Was it insatiable taste for power? To say, or person power money bro so. Power I know into minka. You cannot measure it. Insatiable taste for power. Publicity. Who say buy announce your publicity. Fame. No orgy awards. No money rewards. No yes money way. And then yes money way. And then yes money way. Now say President Ghana na soul and spirit sharing. Na person yes idea way ya. It took a bold person. Mrashe bedwamni. Obia odoni mai. Obia odwe Ghana for ye dim ho. Say or the breaks. Everybody say no. The rate at which you are going, you have to. Somebody must stop you. And remember, who must stop you? And you always say, "Oh no, boy, an investigation you on some way now." I don't know that or they Anas say Anas Arimi or the call to. Anas hurriedly pull pull Honorable Agyapong to court. Now here we are, and Onyam Kenyame, and all this expose, Ebaya, Amagana for who Nipasua Oye. Now, Unum say, I dear we court say, it's a Ghana for be attack. Now say a bit of Omoyen. Oh, and I can't talk call to them. Oh, and I got Tiamu. Oh, and I come change the judge. Oh, is it other kind of Ghana 40? Jack, yet you say Ghana for Mamma attacking Honorable Akompreku Basa. Oh, shit. And near ma anas arimia fasuna no the yen Jumano. A reproachable, meaning I was see a chinanim. Ya was see a chinanim. Name of Ghana for turning to Akompreku Agyapong. And this
one says, Honorable, the saying goes that, quote, or 10-year rule, unquote, those who are busy doing damage repair for ANAS are virtually people who are inadvertently feel ANAS is even capable of doing a lot of damage to this government. This is the gospel truth, and therefore Ghanaians, and particularly the MPP, must count their blessings for the court judgment. If you count their blessings, it's MPP on the part of Kennedy Agyapong.
Yes. Who say and a government to the president that are you
President
Akufo-addo?
Yes.
And the Akufo-addo government, the MPP government.
Yes.
And you will be between a reform. It means we will be good. President anymore say
a party no
and to saving the presidency and saving the nation or saving party no so and a mame fo a omukunu wu papa fo a omiri no wu ebi mo omaya so no na omanya ahotoso say manya obi amana djema maya hu say papa yi say wonye no kwafo na yaw there was a patriotic question in the judgment. What's it saying? Yes. Who say I can say honorable PhD or a patriotic saying in the question of Judge Busa say Anyabia. CNN journalist Bain. Yes. CNN journalist Bain. And also BBC journalist Bain.
Does it include tarnishing the images of president and prime ministers in a sub-region?
Yes.
If the sponsors are external entities, do they approve the modus operandi of the plaintiff? Can a journalist from CNN or BBC out of nothing lay traps just to implicate the American president or the British Prime Minister for the purpose of grabbing the headlines and then instilling unwarranted fear in the populace?
Causing fear and panic in the populace. Indeed, he was causing fear and panic in the populace. A patriotic question.
The okay, I feel my dream yes. Because I feel not nipasru. Nipa free akuma munye bibia because who nim no. Yes. So who watches the watchman?
Watchman? Yo,
patriotic. Say CNN, BBC, we who say Central Nibia for camera kote baby afre
White House. And that's 10 Darwin Street.
I don't see no. Within 15 minutes, no more blocking on Central Phone. I say we move beyond Farmer Bounty.
They can go there about here or see out of nothing and trap the president of the United States of America. And Prime Minister of out of nothing, just because opposite the headline, remember, crusading guy, that remember, why you say, oh, and it took somebody who is patriotic or be all done in mind to stand up and say, no, me mama fat Ghana nim and quick form. After what?
Yes.
Honorable patriotism, I say,
yes.
After what? Why? Honorable, identity, I will say, I'm be honorable. Make us send the buafu, what the passion, and defending all Kasane say, when you say, Adia me can no crack. Na montwe ma judge en hwe mo me nyina ye hwe mo me nyina hwe evidence na make no na mo so mo pese mo de ye ema asani mo so kata so de on pre ema ne happen sa eti ade na enamu a ekọ nyina no I think say omo ye elite no I will advise our advice. Say also grab a copy of the judgment. Now read it with fair mind. Say nobody with fair comment. Without malice. No who say share all the comments. Your friend is saying, Judge, you know, aka. Or see, what you say? Or see the plaintiff who is Adimia through his investigative antics can cause the removal of a president and thereby unpend the mandate given to him at the election. This is not investigative journalism. It is investigative terrorism. It is exercise of indirect political power under the cloak of journalism. And I as a wolf in a sheepskin. And on in the moon, obias ship never know, or dry never know, or dry never know, or cofra, and yambanu, adebachina, or wakumo munina, because or ye wolf, and or share or rodi and tuma akatano, and all yet be obetumbia just to grab fame, just to grab publicity, just to grab your first reward and award, all in the name of journalism.
And there's a lengthy one from a lawyer. He says the case of Hafiz and Babatunde confirms the claim of the defendant that the plaintiff is a blackmailer,
yes,
an extortionist, corrupt, and criminal. On this point, Hafiz said on television that plaintiff failed to show the video on them because he paid him a bribe of $50,000. The evidence from plaintiff's own mouth is that Babatunde bought him with $100,000. Lo and behold, the tapes on the suspect were never shown to the public by the plaintiff. I consider it established that the plaintiff blackmails people he desired to destroy, probably his enemies or the enemies of his friends, yes, or partners or persons loaded with cash, whether legitimate or illegitimate, as the suspect in the gold scam case. By catching them on tape, he continues, the tape is then shown to them. The tape on those who pay up are shelved, but those who refuse are not able to pay. Those who refuse or are not able to pay are held to the full glare of the public for reputational damage. Such conduct is legally and morally wrong. It is evil. Based on the evidence, defendant was justified in calling plaintiff evil, criminal, corrupt, blackmailer, or extortionist, except from the Anas case. Answer?
Yes. And who say we the free judgment in the bar? Yeah. Now, yaw. So
a lawyer be on what to know what I can or
descend, but it's a clue from the judgment, okay, which is true. But as also Obia already case in the Bia for say the judge did a good thing. But Babia Ghana for what's here 20 years, according to the judgment, we have a criminal walking on the streets of this country. According to the judgment, I'm not saying it. Judgment will see the plaintiff engages in crime of bribe, taking and bribe giving. A person who commits a crime is a criminal simpliciter. It's a criminal simpliciter. It's in the case. I'm not the one saying.
Or the chance to appeal. Let's see.
The chance to appeal, dear, it is there. It is part of our law. What you say. And as a Oko appeal, let me tell you one thing. Oko appeal, appeal is not a friend, a real trial.
Okay.
Something they start Oko free evidence, Oko freeway, no. But appeal, no, appeal against the judgment. What you say. Then also so no crowd, no. What's what to me show BB say. BB evidence BB wasn't a judge in the show one. And now BB wasn't a judge in the can one fan can what you say. And nothing a sad miscarriage of judgment in Beba. So a person I do so fresh evidence. It is not easy. Appeal. Not to me I do so fresh evidence. It's very easy. You can only adduce fresh evidence or appeal.
What kind or lecturer Max Opokwajiman?
I read it.
The write up no.
So I say every law student should go and read because it's a whole tutorial on defamation.
Defamation. What for me understand what it means? They say judge na ye juma oko kan a ebeboa pa no ye di kan. Ne toso mi no nso so osan so kan omo kan say judge na oti akonwa no so no okoe e no osan ba no no abokan influence e no say no de oboss Edu Agongo ene ne lawyers na ba so fi say tem bia no mo oppose bibia enam rakwan so se bia judge na oteso no na bia no mo court no mo appeal no mo Supreme Court enti na Anas areme ya na Anas ene ne lawyers no omo that opportunity no mo bu o mani e de egu so o person okokoya appeal nso a on nkasa yi mo no so ohunu de o de kro
also ohunu de o de kro
mementi ase mu no nya de ono waka because ya me kan wanka ba mementi ase mu no mimi hunu se wo se appeal na mo kwakoye mo hwani ye because one hwe abelusu.
Oh, and I make us say judgment in echo appeal. And so new evidence at the bar. I don't know prove what the court to say. Tama ye di asem me ye de metum bi assess evidence so me hwe so me sanka after me sanka na evidence ye ka ho a there's a high probability say that judgment we know e better.
Kwame Apreko Kennedy Kwame Apreko is the savior of the great elephant. He and us doesn't have the country at heart. Mr. Nyanteshi should be FIFA boss by now, and Ghana football should have been in a higher grounds. Okay. Ready to go that's it. Say on so do text message Cancel.
Yes, sir.
2 minutes na bonopo mami but meba answer na mamo bonopo mami give us scientific herbal center for ebusuan for na free give us scientific herbal center for set memo amane say enura na ye nom a na ye bibiduru na ye de cap enom no na wi asena scientifically wo mo de afa emfidie mo ama ya capsule no enti fa ho to so se odo ho to so a de se de na onom no kane no a kane an ye no bibiduru no na yare ahodo bebre ho no ma na ye hu but enei assign the chair by sans ye jai eno no ye nuro no na ye nuro a eye papa if you say ese wadru eye waduane na waduane nso eye wadru wo mo ma p capsules eboa wo se oba emafichi kromu ya nyina free ho obia wo go no ria ne sa yare a eye nam yare ni nyina e free ho ye bema nso a o mema yo no edi mokra anti hye na nso fama me co capsules nso wadwuma sonko kra ye wadi dia wie no ne aka na wo se nyina besen na organs no so nye o ma ho den dia adwuma eno na co capsules no eye adwuma eye ho adwuma na afi omo ba konso a eje nkrofo nkwa e frɛ no herbal mixture eyi malaria ne typhoid oye beku nya agro akwayare sabe so wo typhoid me kai me yonko bi e kan so wo typhoid ya bidro ya na ye de nimu etu ase ente sa abrofo de no na wo de Kope Givers Scientific Herbal Center for more herbal mixture ni bi na hya ase eno no mo be di ho adan so be ko ne be kan cho se typhoid na ko enye se so ati so they so we say de ye kakra da bi we hear herbal mixture e boost immune system na typhoid na malaria na free ho no na ma ho den so aba ya no afre 0501 556 0501 556 Give us Scientific Herbal Center. I don't want to say if you say moje engrofo enkwa cancer.
Yes, sir.
Almost Agyapong.
So until the almost two gum say and to KBS you were caught and then on of
yeah.
It's very simple. Wouldn't say lawyer or announce lawyer no. Someone form back out of here. Not ODD honorable time.
Yes.
Oh, did you honorable time do until you expect him? Obi away all fighting for the truth. Obi away all kind of create Ghana for when you're far who did you know. Na lawyer no. SRD didn't tell.
Only two no. On title na.
Hello. Show.
A leak one.
Yes. Omusu show video na omu lawyer no so. Did honorable tell. And two.
Behind the omu show say omu no omu modus operandi and say.
And then two. Lawyer no crown so no so. Was I do special prosecutor?
Yes sir.
Oh yeah, do special prosecutor.
I know you are conflict of interest.
Yes. Conflict of interest. Oh yeah, do special prosecutor. No one's be for others. What is the linkage?
Na no Ralph say omo kan so onya na Ralph
oh yeah, you see
na biti o mami to Ralph san na the honorable ken on pe o ade enye no ase yes jaja nti so ase watie na ase opeso jaja ade mu nyina mo law no nti na opeso jaja na ase se kokora man fere so better o hwene so a fere so de aduro better so na omo nya mo betwum abo so nti se nipa no ade a wa ye ne tiamra ne tia o man no a Ralph tweno ko nyina ba bia o so de gina
anu ti yaw de ka nyina ne se onobo akompreko ama Ghana for adinkunim
da bi we atwe asem na media special prosecutor
I'm summarizing it
bra no so mame so twon wa fi
I'm building my case
so twon wa fi lawyer no so ayadmo special prosecutor office no
okay enu
I am pass ayadmo special prosecutor office
yes ayadmo special prosecutor
and obegina ho no etiamra
now you do special prosecutor. It was the case about the special prosecutor. No, on the prosecutor honorable now.
So no, the baby atwam no announce lawyer.
Yes, now so announce lawyer. That's a case. Now we are special prosecutor. It means we are public servant. We are public servant. So we are a public servant. Now we are special prosecutor. Now case in for special prosecutor. Now an individual be on one COB. Honorable compare kwa Agyapong. Omo bakoto wash a yabedem. Now ubekabi. Why? Is it about the state? Why?
To just say this cannot be
of course, and you cannot do that. And when a man 4 points say no, we depend on oil. And depend on oil. And he said, oh no bar, or you have a special prosecutor. Case, are you in for special prosecutor? That's the question. Oba in what capacity?
Now, special prosecutors who was on one can
These are the questions.
Because special prosecutor, one or say, and Yaman ye and criminal activities in Yamase also to us here. No, be after office acquired Juman be as a
The question is in what capacity? In what capacity? Or Baho in what capacity?
Maybe a special prosecutor as man.
Voila. And these are some of the things that are so irritating. Say, oh, me na me Tibubia. So me your honor about program Tibubia. Definitely me will be fool. And I say me Tibubia say lawyer also as I say or look Kasatiami no Kasatiamia. Definitely me emotional about it. What you say? Enti say o pese pepe ye adwuma na say me ka say e punch e dia ball me punch e dia ball me the number say me can say judge say the statement of the defendant was substantially factual and therefore justified. Factual and justified were proven beyond were proven
as some of the buy and this or catch
or say it could not have succeeded in actually defaming the plaintiff. And you know, one defaming the plaintiff because the kind and number factual. Number two, what him prove actual with videos. What you say? Who watches the watchman? And when you share who say, "Oh, yeah, extortionist. We did confuse who you bribe. Who you say? What prove doing? What me and you one? Kasamiantia. Or see videos no crowd on about the buy.
Yeah, you just
see and of course, okay. So before we say you be BSC, you know. Next, who the original video? Bring the original video. Was a guachi. Want me and bring it. Want me and bring it. And in the end, you know, honorable say, also we an interview, no. Was in Kunimedia where you know, when near Mano, where dear Ghana man, you know, what they are saving the nation Ghana, and what they are saving immensely MPP party and the families now. Who also call a demo because of the Anas Arimiya, a year, no. Ya or the Jessica Amano, ya or the Ghana for no. Now the head of Medusa, it took Obi, a bold man, a bold person, Brashe Benjamin, as sorry than Naso. Ghana, I say Goliath, Obejama, Nagana phobia was also Kase, or the fear, and took Ghana phobu, as an Asibanobia also. David came from nowhere. Akufo-addo came from nowhere. And now, the truth that comes out of evil is a divine truth that nothing can gainsay it. Nothing can gainsay it. And now, judgment, and they say, in fact, we are very patriotic. In fact, we are very disciplined. It doesn't matter what they did in court. You stood firm and made sure say Nkunimidie Abba Magana for you and then Anas so we can often court of appeal or we can often court Supreme Court or we are prepared to come and so we will make sure the truth is out.
But I say Lady Ade Amoh that Adiaba Kwa Honorable Kencity Nkunimidie no ani ama no ho baby a ewo ono ankasa ne fem eye ho anigye saa na bato etie to aba na yeto de ama nipa bia moma kodi anim enso ne ayehwehwe a ma ye nigie pa ne se ye beto aba na political party na candidate awi no ebe woni o woni a anigie no nko a ye sonko na mo ahwe a sika kra court de ma na o se mempe wasan so akọ okoden emfa so ben onyaye ne mfa so a ne se anigie wo ho ne se watumi aboa ama pepepe yobi aba ewo Ghana ha anya sa nkade no koye no wanya so mfaso bia na mfaso wanya ne ye anigi a wanya nti edu ta ma ye kwakoto aba entwen ma ye nkonkoto nwie na ye kenkan no abebusa se na ekosei na de no kosei na ayem hyehyew anka wo so do de ekokan na nkonimdie no ba ya enka ebi ebe koyi ede ama cancel me da se obaye medin ede ya amufa boachi one me boa production free Solomon Sasumensa or the four Kwaku Jifa Baku focus afi kwasinensi Randy Safo ejando yeda munyina mwase ora Kofi Apia ewo UK okay yeda asese wonso ene oba bebuayi nyame adma no pa yebehia ekran